Hello, Pisces. How are you? Welcome to Soulvine Guidance. This is Jamie. We are checking in for your sun, moon, and rising. Don't forget to check out your other zodiac signs that have some significance in your chart. Okay, so while we do Pisces here daily during the week, you'll also find weekly on other zodiacs. Pisces, you know what's super cool, and I'm sure you're hearing it. We are in Sag season and we have a new moon, which is closing out the eclipse cycle. I'm loving it. And lucky Jupiter, joyous Jupiter, is stationing in Pisces. Just how we like it. I don't know about you, but there seems to be a lot of good stuff happening. So let's see what is going on for you right now with this shift in energy and what you can expect to best support your path and journey. Feeling the two. You know what? We're just going to do another line. I feel like called to do more for you, Pisces. So getting started, we've got Page of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. It's interesting because when I was meditating before this, what was coming through on repeat was the long road. And perhaps maybe that's how you feel. You've taken such a long road to get where you are or where you want to go. And I think like anything, it's when is it coming? When's it arriving? Okay. So with the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands, I feel like where you've been and where you're heading is, you need to remember everything is interconnected in some way or another. And with this Page of Wands, you have your sight on something. There's something that you're moving towards, but you're trying to navigate what that is. It's very in its like early stages. It's moved from idea to moving towards, okay? And there's something that you've been doing, I feel, that you may not realize through this process that you've been through. And when I say process, like where you've been energetically, emotionally, spiritually, through, even through your thoughts. I feel like there's things that you have been planting on a pretty deep level that you're going to start seeing flourish, okay? With this Ten of Wands though, there's still this heaviness that sits there because you haven't fully seen the blossoming of what you've put your efforts in, what you've put your heart in, what you've put your desires in. But with the Knight of Pentacles, this is like the solid, slow offer, the one you've been waiting for, the one arriving. So it's been on its way this whole time, but I feel like it's only now going to show up for you. And yeah, I just feel like it's here. Okay, like it's here. So if you haven't received it yet, haven't got the information yet, it's here. So expect it pretty quickly, pretty soon. And it's interesting too, because with this full energy and the Five of Pentacles, I feel like whatever steps forward that you've taken, any risks that potentially you've been thinking about, because I feel like this is something you've been thinking about, there's just some fear that's there that you don't want to lose. You don't want to lose out. You're worried about money. You want to make choices that support gain, not loss, that support connectivity rather than abandonment, okay? And I feel like there's some concern here around that, and hence why, like, are the risks that you've taken, one, I think there's two parts here. Is it enough? Or it's, again, something that you're fearing because you haven't seen the payoff yet, okay? With this Seven of Pentacles, the full energy, and then the Five of Pentacles there. But it's interesting how you've gone from the Ten of Wands to this King of Wands energy, which is about you now in absolute pursuit, or someone's coming in absolute pursuit, where you guys are on the same page, going after what it is that you want. They can see, it's interesting, their back may be to you and you are watching them, but I feel this person, this energy, whatever's happening here, is protecting you, is supporting you, has your back. I feel there's someone that's coming in, if they haven't already, who is going to help you take pursuit of what makes you happy, fulfilled, safe, because they can see that you've been battling, you've been standing strong, you've been fighting for what you believe in wanting things to happen for yourself. And I feel this person's going to come on in two ways. One, to help you get back onto your purpose and your path. But two, really connecting into what is it that you want and how they can help you to get there. But I feel in some way, whether they're going to give you some form of work, some form of opportunity, financial support, they want to see you stable and strong and secure, okay? And a part of that is also feeling happy and prosperous, okay? And this person could be someone from your past, but whatever's coming on in, I feel like there's an absolute sense of gratitude here. And with this Ace of Cups energy, this is the new beginning that you've been waiting for, this new beginning that you have been seeking. And there's just a massive sense of relief here, you know, Pisces, with all of this. But the long road, I think it's just interesting how that keeps coming up, and I'm just seeing it like the Knight of Pentacles just lighting up with that energy, because the long road that you've been on, I feel like you're coming now to that point of like climbing the mountain. I don't know if you've heard that analogy or metaphor of when you get to the top of the mountain, there's another mountain, you know? So there's accolades and determination and stamina that comes with climbing a mountain. But you need to remember that there is more growth, there is more climbing, there is more that comes with when we want to achieve something. It doesn't stop there. And I feel like the road that you've been on has been very up and down, but you don't realize that you're getting higher and higher and higher, whether it's, you know, getting more connected to your spirituality, to a more peaceful mindset. But it's not going to be a straight line. So don't be hard on yourself if it just hasn't seemed so smooth and so grand and, you know, just easy, because it's not meant to be, Pisces, okay? I know that might sound counterintuitive, but when I say it's not meant to be easy, comfort's easy, right? But you have to get used to that comfort. So how do you keep growing? You've got to keep climbing. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. And I think that's been something that's challenged you, because you have to climb in such a new way. It's super uncomfortable. But I feel like these little risks that you've been taking here and there, getting a little bit more bold and brave, there's just been a bit of fear around it because you haven't seen results, but it's here and it's coming. So we're going to further clarify. Let's clarify, thank you, Spirit, the Page of Wands energy. You've got the Rest card. It's interesting because here I feel like, because this is kind of a little bit past energy, I feel that you've kind of been off track, and not in a bad way. I just feel that you've had to go and take pause to figure out what it is that you actually really do want, okay? So if you're still trying to gain that clarity, that's what Spirit's saying. It's important to take pause. When it comes to the Seven of Pentacles, you've got the Six of Voices. I love this because this is where, again, I feel you're supported in your direction. You know, there's a hand, there's a gift of God here, okay? In addition to the Swords energy, you're protected on your path wherever you're going here. Yeah, this is actually really beautiful looking at this. With the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, this is you, like I said, planting seeds, but there's something here, wherever you've been moving to, I don't think you realize how powerful it's actually been. I think you've been getting a little bit more curious, a little bit more insightful, but a part of this is very supported on your journey. I don't think you can see it yet. I don't think you realize how protected and supported you've been on this path, Pisces, but you will start to see it with this 10 of Wands. Like I said, someone has recognized these burdens, and I think people see the burden that you're carrying or how hard you're working to get where you're trying to go. But at the same time, I think there's this path of where you feel that people are just haven't really like nurtured you either. Okay. I think they've been watching you, but they haven't nurtured you, and you need nurturing. Being a Pisces, you need nurturing. But what's interesting is that, again, amongst it all, I think there's been a lot happening underneath that you don't realize, like underneath the surface for those that you are very connected to. I think there's a big part of they know that you've got so much power within you. They see you as this powerful force, okay, of connectedness, of trust, of faith. And I'm just getting with this Lovers card, I'm just getting like connected spiritually, connected in a way that others aren't. And that's why they know that you're going to be okay, because of this faith, because of this trust, of just who you are and how you operate. It's a really, my downloads and the information that's been coming through lately is like pretty wild. But I feel like this is more a spiritual aspect that people recognize that you're just connected, Pisces, okay? And it's interesting with this Nine of Pentacles, you've got the Muse of Inspiration, okay? So wherever you are connecting to here, you've called in this solid opportunity, which is, again, further connected to what is your leading edge, a very passionate, powerful presence that you have and that you're becoming and stepping into. But it's interesting, like I said, I feel like you've had your sights on something, you haven't known how to get there, but you've been doing a bit of work here and there and planting seeds. And I feel like in your own way, you don't know where you've actually been going. And it's not because you're not paying attention. I just think there's this part of you, you're trying to understand where you're supposed to be, because you know you're meant to be somewhere, but you're trying to connect in on what those things are that actually get you so fired up, that make you feel alive, supported, secure, stable, but in a place that has this you just feel lit. That's the kind of energy that I feel you want to step back into. This unbelievable, attractive force through your work, okay, is kind of what I'm getting here. This has got to do with your purpose and passion, Pisces, okay? Let's get more on the Fool here. Wow. I'm just going to take them all because they all fell out here. We've got the Four of Inspiration, the Nine of Emotions, the Ace of Voices, and the Page of Emotions. So it's interesting with this full energy, because I feel a big part of you is like you're trying to connect in. You're trying to connect into that portal, to that vortex of where you're meant to be going, what that next leap and step has been to get to this place where you feel fulfilled, where your wishes come true, where whatever you've put out finally, comes to life. And I think what's really interesting with this, it's like you're getting some wise information coming on through here. These ideas, something that piques your interest intellectually, okay, where you can actually apply yourself in a way that also, increases that curiosity, but allows you to put out a lot of the lessons, a lot of the things that you've learned, and help and support others. And it's interesting with this Page of Emotions, because this is about filling your cup, but I feel like, again, someone is coming towards you. They want to help you. They care about you. And I feel the way that they've connected potentially with you is piquing your interest in knowing what stimulates you mentally, okay? But they're coming to you from a caring place, knowing you and what you need. It's a really interesting connection that I feel is coming on through here. But I feel like you've been calling it in because you've been trying to find your way. You've been trying to connect to source to understand what that is. Let's have a look at this Five of Pentacles, please. Five of Pentacles. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, you've got the Empress. I think you've been feeling here a little bit, Pisces. Maybe there's some past stuff that you've had to kind of let go, but this is letting you know this is dissipating. This is going energetically, and you're rebirthing into a place of strength, of getting to more a higher valued place in sense of self-worth, in sense of your belongings, in sense of like your lifestyle, but also in terms of creativity and rebuilding. Okay, this is kind of what I'm getting here from the Five of Pentacles. That's like you're leaving that past behind and you're really stepping into this new place. Okay, King of Wands energy, please clarify the King of Wands. Thank you. Got the Ten of Voices. Again, I just feel like this person sees your burden. You've got the Two of Emotions and the Two of Inspiration. So I feel like this person's coming on in to help you balance out and step away from this Five of Pentacles because they know who you are. They know your power. They know what you're capable of. And they're coming on in to go, I don't want to see you like this anymore. Like, I don't think they've really known all the up and down battles and struggles, but at the same time, I feel that they know, and they're coming on in to support you, both in terms of where to go and take action, but also in terms of like they know to fill your cups up, okay? But it's interesting because yeah, it's making me teary. I don't know why. You've just got a lot of support here right now, Pisces. I don't know if you even know that, but they're here to support you. They're here to help balance things out as part of this new beginning. I'm getting this overwhelming sense of just needing to like release. So maybe when this person comes in, that's how you're going to feel. Safe, secure, supported. Yeah, I think there's just such a sense of gratitude here with this Nine of Wands and Awakening card. It's allowing you to, one, reveal yourself, but also shine, also step into your confidence, step into your power again. Because I feel you've lost it in a little sense because you haven't felt clear. You've been feeling like it's just been hard. Okay, it's kind of what I'm getting here, Pisces. Let's have a look at the Two of Wands. Thank you. Two of Wands. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, we have a card that is flipped. And it is the Tower card. I don't know where that was meant to come out, but I feel that's part of your rebuild, Pisces. So Two of Wands, we've got the Nine of Inspiration. What else do we need to know here? Do you notice how this Nine of Wands over here, and that's a Nine of Inspiration, how very different energy this is? This is like battling, gone through it all, where this is like claiming it and going forth no matter what. It just has a different energy, okay, when you connect into it. So it's still one that is strong and is fierce, but this one is like bold, confident, aspiring, totally different energy. And I feel like that's a big part here for you, Pisces, is getting super clear on what you want and going after it with conviction, with trust, with faith, but embracing that bold energy that comes with it. And then you've got the Nine of Voices. Can we just get one more here? Thank you, Spirit. One more, thank you. It gave me two. Yeah, so the biggest thing that's been on your mind is wondering, when is this shift going to occur, and when am I going to get to my place where I feel content again, where I feel like everything I've worked hard for, the happiness is there, you know, my family is supported, I'm in a place where I feel strong, where I feel free, where I feel prosperous. And I think you're waiting for this turn of events, okay? But it's been on your mind, and I think a big part for you has been, I think you've been battling your own demons. And what I mean by that is that the self-talk, the self-criticism, the self-worth, you know, and it's a big part is our mindset, what we've been told, how thinking of, you know, there's this judgment aspect that we're thinking others are judging us, but it's really us judging ourselves. We can be our most harshest and worst critics, but a lot that may come from that is what we've learned, what we're paying attention to, what we're seeing. And that's what I mean by those aspects, okay? When it comes to those self-fulfilling prophecies, that has been a big part of your battle, but I feel like you may go back and forth in this energy sometimes, because that's been part of your growth that you've needed through this last month. But you're coming on this other side of the wheel is turning in your favor, in support of your next season, your next chapter, getting to this 10 of Emotions energy, Pisces, okay? King of Pentacles. What have we got? Thank you, Spirit. Five of Materials and the Emperor. So interesting, because we've got Five of Pentacles there as well. This is coming in two parts. This could be, again, because I do feel that this person's coming in to support you, to help you build that stability that you're seeking. With this Five of Materials and the Emperor energy, it's interesting. Are you asking for enough? That's what's coming through. Are you asking for enough? Are you asking for what you need? I don't know who this Emperor is. But having the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, I feel like this is someone who is in authority, control. So it could be a boss. It could be, I don't feel like it's a spouse. I feel like this is work related with the King of Pentacles and the Emperor. But they could just, be helping you come out of any financial difficulty. At the same time, make sure you're asking for enough. Make sure you're asking for your worth. Okay? Yeah. This is absolute movement forward for you, Pisces, when it comes to your new beginning and creating your path of financial freedom, financial wealth. There is, like I said, this person sees you, has recognized what you need, and they're coming to support this new chapter, okay? This new something that you want, but it's got to do with your material world, got to do with your finances. You're coming out of this, okay? If you've been feeling left behind, feeling not seen, not heard, but also financially impacted, this new beginning is coming through, and there's going to be a lot of movement forward with whatever it is that you're rebuilding, okay? You have a lot of people that are quite, have authority, like are authority figures in some way, like have leverage, have stature. But the thing is, and the reason that you're connected to that is because you also have that. They also know who you are. They also know you have that intellect, that presence, that authority, that experience, okay? This is not like being done from a place of poverty, okay? I don't want you to think being seen as like a charity case, because this is not the case. This is because they know who you are, and they don't want to see you that way. They don't want to see you struggling anymore. They want to see you. I just want to overwhelmingly cry. They want to see you step into the version that you are, the potential that you are, okay? And this person definitely could be from your past with the Six of Cups energy. What do we have here? Six of Cups, thank you, Spirit. Two of Voices, Ace of Inspiration, and Page of Inspiration. This is really about making a decision for yourself, Pisces, okay? And this new creative spark, I feel like whatever's happened here is definitely creating newness for you, new opportunities. And it's interesting because you started with the Page of Wands and you're ending with this Page of Inspiration energy. So this to me is kind of like outlook to taking action towards. You've got the information that you need now. In addition to this Ace of Inspiration, that's this new idea that has caught fire, okay? And that's kind of what I feel is happening here. And you want to make that decision going towards what it is you want. Maybe you're doing something else right now and there's a little bit of conflict within yourself on, again, what it is exactly you should be doing. But I feel like you're going to get that idea, and I feel like this could also be something that you've already been doing in the past, okay? And you don't need to recreate the wheel. You don't need to like start from zero. You've already probably got 70 or 80% of what you need, okay? And it's just a matter of puzzling the rest of that 20% to fully, leverage into the next phase of what it is that you're seeking. So it's interesting. It's kind of saying you've got the skills, you've got the talent, you've got everything that you need. That 20% is like trusting in what, like, it's just going to work out, okay? You've got everything you need. That is what I'm getting told, because you've done this before. Like, you've been here before. I think there's just a new way of doing it, and that's what you've got to find, that spark, that energy. It's interesting because if you actually, I don't know why this 80-20 rule is coming on in here, but it is for some reason. So 80% of your growth comes from 20% of something. It's interesting. I'm getting told like to look at all the things that excite you, lift you up, and focus on those. The 20% will be filled. It's just really interesting here. There's something about this. Don't worry about the 20%. I'm just getting told, don't worry about the 20%. That's going to come. Focus on the 80, the good, not the 20% that may be heavy or questionable. Whatever that is for you, Pisces. Let's move on what this Ace of Cups is, please. Thank you, Spirit. Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's the sprouting, what you've been waiting for, has showed up. I feel like before you know it, you're harvesting, okay? And you're finally like, thank you. You're finally like, thank you. Share this Eight of Voices. I think you're still going to find here, Pisces, that there's some form of being worried about not enough or not having enough is what I'm getting here. But you don't like keep being in the energy of the good things that are coming, the good things that are flowing in, where you feel connected in your heart space. You're starting to see things flourish. You're starting to see things bloom. The thing is, you've got to keep nurturing those plants. You've got to know when to water them. You've got to know when to soil, turn the soil. I think there's a part of you too that they may all grow at different rates. People gain, or things gain nourishment at different levels. Okay? Not all things operate the same. While these flowers are showing up the same, this blooming aspect, look what you've got in your hand. Okay, I'm trying to see here if she's like, I don't know, I just find this interesting. This is saying to focus on what comes of this. Interesting too, it's time to prune what is not feeding that soil. Okay, so, and if you're not sure what that is, what fills your cups up is where that lies. Okay, and I feel like you also know those things that aren't in support of this new beginning, of what it is that you're seeking. So while it's on your mind, while you may be trying to ignore it, I feel like Spirit's saying this is time to prune it, to balance things out for yourself. Because once you do, the 7 of material energy is going to bloom and blossom into this Queen of Materials, which is about that place of stability, security, you standing on your own. Doesn't mean by yourself, but you standing on your own, reaping the benefits of everything that you've done, everything you've been through, that long road, okay, is what I am getting here for you, Pisces. Thank you for being here. I know this was a pretty long reading and an intense one. I had a lot of feelings and emotions come through on that. So I know there's someone that you're grateful for, and I think you're grateful also because they see you. And I'm just going to cry again. It's really... So I'm going to leave that with you, Pisces. Have an absolutely wonderful time for Thanksgiving, and give thanks to yourself on how far you've come, okay? Don't forget yourself here in this gratitude piece and this wonderful day, whether you are, spending it time with family, pets, just doing your thing. Remember, you are loved, you are cared for, and you are amazing. We'll catch you later.